Hello, I'm FGX and welcome back to some video. Today I have some Minecraft console news to share with you all. It's to do with the Minecraft Xbox Better Together beta update that we've all been waiting for this week, as you're all quite aware, and I want to talk about the update on when that's coming out, because Tuesday is what we expected, because most Minecraft things are Tuesday. They said next week, last Tuesday, and basically I have an update as to exactly what's going on there, as well as an important update about what the news itself caused. By me making the video, saying it'd probably be coming out then, it actually kind of affected how things developed this week, and it's really strange, but I wanted to kind of talk about that and talk about when we expect the update in today's video, because that's something we've learned and hopefully you all do enjoy. So like if you do like it, because it helps out the channel, and let's say you do like learning the latest when it comes to Minecraft Xbox news, again, Minecraft console news in general, but this is mostly about the Xbox / brand new Xbox version. It's confusing, but let's get straight into talking about the news itself, because it comes in from Aubrey Norris, again, the Global Communications Director for Minecraft as a whole, who says, unlikely we will be ready to release the Better Together Xbox One beta this week, fam, but we are getting closer and closer every single day. So yeah, they basically, so Aubrey confirms right there that the Better Together update isn't coming out this week. She said last week kind of clearly, like, it's out on Android right now, it'll be out on Windows 10 in a little bit, and it's out on Xbox next week. However, it looks like the next week kind of window, what they were expecting, has not panned out, because she's confirmed basically here that it's probably not coming out today, which is Friday, or it's probably not coming out this weekend, and that you should probably expect it next week instead, or probably expect it sometime after that. Again, it doesn't actually confirm next week, it just kind of says not this week. And yeah, then there's a follow-up tweet here kind of explaining why this happened by saying, thank you for your patience, everyone. We're still looking forward to further debugging with you all soon. So you might question what exactly went on here. So why is there no Xbox beta? You know, like, if there's bugs behind it, like, what's going on there? And I kind of wanted to explain that, as well as talking about, again, the thing where it's like the news affected the news in a weird way. But let's first of all explain that yes, the Xbox One beta is something they've never done before. They've never released a beta on the Xbox One. You know, like, this is their first like real game that's doing that. They did like dashboard betas, but this is Minecraft. This is their biggest game. This is a really important thing, because you'll be transferring over worlds. So you've got to keep in mind that there's lots of things they just haven't ever done before. They've got to kind of work that out for the first time, and that when it comes to actually having a beta on Xbox, it's a little bit more important than other platforms, because, you know, this is their first beta and it's like a brand new version of the game. You got to make sure the transition is smooth, because it's a, you know, again, they want to, you know, make the new version of Minecraft look appealing and not look terrible. That's a thing that's important. We want to all be, you know, excited about the change. It shouldn't be like, oh yeah, I transfer my world and then it just vanished. So it's important they get a lot of these bugs out of the way, and it's clear they underestimated the amount of time it would take, and that's why you know, the next week thing turned into like, we don't know when it's out, turned into not this week, turned into probably next week, but we don't know for sure yet. There hasn't been a properly date given by Aubrey Norris yet, and that's kind of what we know so far. So in case you're curious, like, okay, so if we assume it's sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks, which it, again, almost certainly would be, it's sometime before the full update comes out, which is presumably in the next like 6 weeks or so. So we know it's at some point coming soon, you know, but when about should you expect it, and as well as far as time of day goes. So bear in mind, this is something I actually learned this past week, because you know, this is like a full-on different thing. So this is an update that kind of has to go through some amount of cert, but not necessarily all of it. Again, that's not like official, that's like what they theorize. No one really knows all of the stuff going on with this, but it's very likely it'll be coming out later on in the day. Again, the Windows 10 beta came out later on the day. You know, usually Android betas and Android updates come out later in the day, so this means it won't be, you know, like a 10 AM thing. So I wouldn't say wake up every morning really early on and check if it's out. What I would say instead is that, like, kind of keep your eye on this. This could happen any time of day. It's more likely in the evening. Again, because the Windows 10 beta was at 8 PM. I'd say midday's likely, but it could even be later than that, because this isn't going through the normal update system. It's going through the Xbox Insider app, which means that it could happen kind of any time. So yeah, we don't have any real clue right now as to when it's happening, just kind of vaguely soon. And I think the reason for that is because they have to work on it. It's really important. And again, all I can say right now is that it's important they get this right, because if they're going to have the first ever Xbox beta, it's important it doesn't crash a console. It's important that if there are any bugs, because again, you might say, well, it's a beta, shouldn't we be able to fix those things? All the bugs should be things that you can kind of look at and address and show to them. Not, oh yeah, I've got this bug and now my console's broken, or I got this bug and now my world's destroyed. It should be more stuff like, oh yeah, well, there's performance issues when you do this, this, and that, and that's what they're mostly here to test, and that's what they've been testing. So now we got that out of the way. That's the news. Expect this sometime soon. I can't say exactly when. Again, like, I used to think Tuesday was most likely, but because it's Xbox betas, could be any day. Thursday could be more likely. Wednesday could be more likely. Who knows right now? It's just whenever it's done, it seems like it'll be done in this case, unlike Xbox updates, which are on Tuesdays. But let's talk now about how I kind of affected the news on this one, because this is something I really want to make clear, because it's quite frustrating actually that this has come back around to me in the weirdest way possible, because I got some DMs from Aubrey, who is, again, the person who's related to all this story, who's been saying that a lot of the Minecraft developers have been receiving, like, essentially harassment, again, this is paraphrasing, from people, like, who are saying, like, well, Toycat said it should be out by today, but it's not, and this is something that you should not do. I want to clarify right now, this is not something that's a good thing to do. It's not something that's productive. It's exactly the opposite, and it's all awful if you do care about, you know, this channel and news in the slightest, because it makes them want to put out less news. It makes them, you know, like less likely to, you know, I got unfollowed immediately after that whole thing, which is weird a little bit, but you know, it's really just a bad thing to do in general, and it's a bad thing for me, and it's a bad thing for you. You don't want to be the person, because I generally saw someone, you can go check it out, someone made like a vague threat towards them, and it's like, really, you're gonna threaten the Minecraft staff? That's how you get the Xbox betas? No, that's terrible. Don't do that. If I say something is guaranteed, then, you know, it's guaranteed, but if it doesn't happen, then don't threaten Minecraft staff. If I say something seems likely, that doesn't mean it's guaranteed, and even if you thought it was guaranteed, don't threaten Minecraft staff. And finally, if I say something looks like it's coming out this next week, then that means that it's not probably likely, and that's not guaranteed, and that you shouldn't threaten Minecraft stuff. You know, is that something we can make clear? Because this is just the worst thing anyone is doing, and I think it's awful that somehow just trying to keep you up to date with the news has turned into, like, you know, vague threats at Minecraft developers. Don't do that. Don't do that to anyone on the internet, let alone, you know, people who are making a thing you probably like. As far as, like, what do I feel about this? Like, is this a bit of a bummer? Yes. Does it, like, is it, like, you know, something evil conspiracy? No, I think, like, if they're not releasing it, there's probably a good reason. Like, they want to work fast, they don't want to delay it, I don't imagine, so that, you know, it's not too upsetting, but I think it's the strangest thing that it's become this, like, big issue, it seems, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that. So, just wanted to get that out of the way right now, get the key don't threaten Minecraft. Well, is that clear yet, that you shouldn't do that? But wanted to get that out of the way. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something about it, whether that was about the fact that we don't know when the Xbox's beta is coming out, or whether it's about how you should react to that news. And like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, subscribe if you're around here. And I want to clarify actually before the end here, I know this is like a tiny minority of people, but it's still, again, it reflects really poorly, not only on me, which is awful and again leads to bad consequences for the channel, but also just on the console community as a whole. We shouldn't be like, oh yeah, if we don't get what we want, we're gonna do this or that, because no one listens to people who are being violent towards them. If you want your opinions to be heard, if you want to see minigames in this new version, you want to see classic worlds, you want to see all these features that are missing, the easiest way is to, you know, like, be supportive, but then say, this could be better. You should add these things, because if you do what some people are doing, that's gonna cause the exact opposite thing, and it causes to your voice, you know, not being heard. It leads to my voice not being heard, apparently, and I think that's not a good thing for anyone. I think you should be able to say your opinions, and you know, there you go, Minecraft news turned into philosophy, but now you know, I'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on, but for now, I'm about to leave on a camping trip to the beach, I think. I don't honestly know, but I'm gonna go there now, so have a nice day, goodbye. I'll let you know as soon as anything comes out, but yeah, bye.